the only festival bottling I didn't try whilst I was on Islay, but I still chose to buy one and bring it home. Have I made a big mistake? Hi there, my name is Lewis, and welcome to the Neckpour. This is the whiskey review channel where I give you my thoughts and opinions on a particular bottle of whiskey from the Neckpour all the way down to the Dregs. You join me here today for the Neckpour of this bottle. It's the Ardnahoe Fèis Ìle release 2026. As I said, it's the only bottle or festival bottle I didn't taste whilst I was on Islay, because the only place I pouring it was at the bar. It was super busy at the time we were there. We'd been to Bamore earlier in the day and got to Ardnahoe later, just before Skerryvore played, and so it was heaving in the bar. And to be honest, I just couldn't really be bothered to queue at the bar for that long when there were other drams that were pouring all over the place. And yeah, it was one I was happy to buy on reputation alone and what I've heard from others about the brand sort of in general. So yeah, let's get it open. Let's find out whether I was right. I think I made that look slightly harder than it actually was. But let's have a little listen to the cork. Not bad. Very short cork there. Very short. Lovely bottles. And let's pour a little dram. Fantastic colour on this. I love that kind of light straw, kind of sunshine colour. Absolutely beautiful. Obviously, we're fully natural on this. A 7-year-old ex-bourbon. 830 bottles have gone into this. Sold out exclusively at the distillery. And I believe it's the first ever 7-year-old that Ardnahoe bottled, which is pretty cool, actually. But yeah, as I say, I've tried a couple of drams of other things. I've had the Bolsa, I've had the Infinite Lock. I tried the cast strength at the distillery and the Infinite Lock again, and they were really, really good. And I'd had a dram of the Skerryvore release as well, which again I thought was great. So I was happy to buy this one sort of on reputation. Plus the price wasn't too bad. 85 quid for this. Didn't think it was super bad, but I'm expecting a big, big peaty strong boy here, because we're at 59.7. We're right up there in terms of ABV. And yeah, I'm expecting this one to be pretty peat forward, pretty powerful, and sort of holding no punches. But yeah, let's get up to the nose and see what we think. It smells wonderfully old-fashioned, if that makes any sense. It's wet and vegetal in the peat. It's super briny. And there's just a little hint of vanilla and cream from those bourbon casks. But that's what I expect Islay whiskey would have tasted like 40, 50 years ago at this kind of age. It's not super hot on the nose. But yeah, very wet, very earthy, very muddy, that peat. Lots and lots of sea air. Pretty interesting. Not as smoky as I was expecting on the nose, actually. I was expecting it to be a bit smokier. And a lot more vegetal on the nose than I was expecting. I've not tried an Ardnahoe that's been that vegetal, funky, fermented in the past. But yeah, smells great. Let's give it a taste. There's that peat I was expecting. Again, it follows That nose is quite dirty. And the peat on that is quite wet. But the overall sort of flavour is really nuanced. I get lots and lots of black tea on this. Not in terms of tannins necessarily, but in terms of just the kind of general flavour of black tea. I get lots and lots of caramel. And again, lots and lots of vegetation. A walk through a damp forest, squelching underfoot, you know, it's really vegetal. It's really funky. It's quite oily, it's quite big, it's quite rich. It's a little bit shorter than I was expecting. And again, for that big strength, pretty muted, pretty easy drinking. It's not super jaggy. There's no harsh edge to this, but it is quite funky, that's for sure. And going through to the finish, that vegetal peaty note's almost like burning wet wood on the fire, where there's that kind of thick, dark smoke billowing off it that's kind of heavy and cloying and sticks to you. There's a bit of kind of milk or even white chocolate, quite a creamy sort of chocolatiness to this. Quite fresh, quite bright. And then a real kind of candied peel sort of thing coming through right at the end, which almost sort of cleans your mouth back out. And then a little bit of astringency right at the end of the palate. But that's really interesting whiskey. It's not like any other Ardnahoes I've ever had before. I can't say I've had that many. But that's really interesting. And yeah, the more I sip it, the more on that finish, I'm getting that candied citrus peel coming through, really sort of cleaning that dirtiness out. And yeah, I think white chocolate is the kind of chocolatiness I'm getting towards the end of that. It's very creamy, it's very light, it's not at all dark and dry. It's super sweet and super light and super creamy. But that is really, really good. I'm very, very happy that I picked this bottle up. Very, very good stuff. Really nice. Lovely colour. But I'm not sure I'd refer to it as gentle peat, as the back of the bottle states. I think, for me, that's a little bit peatier than gentle peat, for sure. And it's a little bit funkier that kind of none of this writing mentions, which I actually love. It's actually probably my favourite thing about them. So yeah, sometimes if you've got faith in a distillery and you've got faith in other people and how they speak about distillery, and you see a bottle that's at a reasonable price, the answer is just buy it, because it's probably going to live up to it. But yeah, before I go on and on about this bottle, I'd just like to say thank you so much for joining me here today. It really does mean the world to me that you take some time out of your busy days to spend a little bit of it with me. Massively thankful for that every time you guys tune in. If you've enjoyed the video, please do consider hitting that like button down below. If you've got any thoughts and opinions on this particular bottle, anything else Ardnahoe, or there's anything else you want to see me review, please do drop that in the comments down below. I'll be sure to get back to you. If you've really enjoyed the video, please do consider hitting that notification bell and the subscription so that you're informed next time I post. But other than that, till the next time, I'd just like to say thank you again for joining me here today. And until then, cheers, sláinte, and I'll see you again.